Hi guys, it's me again. I'm back. And if you don't know who I am Lacey. So I put it in the description box in my last video that in the video I was explaining that in my first YouTube channel, or my first YouTube video, I explained who I was, and that it was that the first video that I posted was my second video. And it is because when I went to work after my first video, I thought it had uploaded, but it did not. It stopped downloading on my way to work when I lost data. So I'm really sorry. Like, it's really confusing, and I did not realize until after I had posted it, or after I had filmed it, and I was not going to like delete the whole video and then redo a brand new one. So I was kind of like, you know what, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So this is gonna make up for it. Let me turn off my fan. I'm watching Hairspray in the background, so if it's like really loud, I'm sorry you can't really see my glasses. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, sweetie.
So I'm gonna go in with my Crest white strips first because I have not used these in a minute. Stop! Go away!
Isn't she so beautiful, you guys?
Don't listen. And I love these. These are amazing. Stop.
Ew.
Stop. And usually, hang on.
Okay, what about this one too?
I brush my hair. No, I brush my hair. I brush my teeth, and then I put these on. And I usually wait until after I'm done with my makeup, because it says on the back of the box that you can do it to a max of an hour. And honestly, it usually takes me about 45 minutes to do my makeup. Or readjust it. So if I talk about it during the video, that's why.
My ass, about an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay, so of course I have my trays of makeup brushes. And today, first, okay, because I realized that in my last video I used all my NYX palettes, and these are the three main palettes. I even have a very big one that's at my best friend's house that I have not gotten in like over a month. These are my three favorite palettes, and when I get my makeup palette from my best friend, I will definitely show y'all. I am proud of that palette. So these are the three palettes I am going to go in with today. NYX is a very good brand. I love NYX. NYX is the very first like Ulta brand that I went to Ulta to buy my first NYX makeup, and I fell in love. It is like a high-end makeup brand, but it's not expensive. Like, it's an inexpensive, high volume makeup brand, and I love it. See, look at me. I'm like talking so funky donkey. I'm trying, y'all. I want to get one of those things that it's like a high smile. I really want to get one of those, but those are expensive. Okay, so like I did yesterday, I'm going to go in. Oh, and what I was saying about the NYX palettes, even though it is high-end, it does have a lot of fallout, and especially with this Dreamcatcher, I think the Dusk Till Dawn Dreamcatcher palette, this one, it has a lot of fallout with the shimmer, and it like likes to right here. And when I was on my way to work, I did like that, and it just smeared because I didn't realize what it was. So yeah. I'm trying to find a hair tie. Just in case y'all are wondering. Alright, I guess we'll have to work with it. It's a really pretty color. Just found some more lip gloss. Alright, so today I'm going to go in with my, of course, my primer. Sorry, mamas. My primer. And of course it's by e.l.f. And I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Oh, this feels so good. Oh. And yes, I do take it all the way down my neck. I do not always go that far with my foundation, but it feels so good on my neck because I have very bad eczema, especially during the summer when I'm in the sun a lot. And it's usually not in the winter, even though it's sometimes sunny in the winter. I usually don't get very bad eczema on my neck during the winter. But during the summer, I get these really bad brown spots, and they get really flaky, and they're really disgusting. So if you do see, like, one day, I haven't really gotten this year. I don't know why, but every now and then you'll see one pop up, like, right in this area, and it looks like a hickey. Dead on, it looks like a hickey, or someone just full-on knocked the shit out of my neck, alright? But it is not. It is my eczema. I gotta get that. Okay, so, next, I'm gonna go in with... I'm gonna go in with not foundation, eyeshadow. Sorry, y'all, I can't talk today. And yeah. So first, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. blending eye brush. And look at this. Look at this. I don't know if I can get it. It's like long hairs that just weren't cut off. It's so funny. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my NYX Ultimate palette, if I can get it open. My NYX Ultimate palette, and what is it? The warm neutrals. Hey! 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 Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the shade in the corner. Like a purplish shade. Oh my god, yes. Okay, and since I packed that in, I'm gonna take my Eco Tools blurring brush. Just gonna blend it. That does not look good at all. Much better. Look at this. Looks like I have something bad on my teeth. Anyways, so instead of doing that brown, it's kind of like a purplish brown. I did not go good in my eyes. That's why I wiped it off. I'm gonna go in with my other NYX palette. I don't really know the name of it. It just says Look Set 17. But this is what it looks like. It has like a shimmery green in it. It's such a pretty palette for my eyes. All of the colors correspond with my eyes. I love this little palette. I use this palette more than any other palette I have ever used, ever. The only thing I do not like about NYX... Oh, look, my shimmery green is chipped. That's sad. The only thing I do not like about NYX is that it doesn't have, like, names for the colors. So you just have to point at it, and I hate that. I hate that so freaking much. So again, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. blending eye brush. And I'm going to go in with this lighter brown. Maybe. I'm going with this lighter brown. That scared the pee out of me. No, I'm just kidding. Next, I'm going to go in with this palette right here, the Dusk Till Dawn. And I'm going to go in with this blackish shade. Yeah. I'm going to try and blow as much off as possible because I don't want it too dark, but I do want it to be kind of a smoky. Oh, is that right there? And I'm going to take my blurring brush again. And I'll blend it out. Next, I'm going to do the, what's it called? Lid. And I'm going to take my Accent Shadow Brush by Eco Tools. And I'm going to go in with like this rose goldish one. Well, you can't really tell on camera. This one right here. I'm going to go in with that one. It's a little shimmery. I like shimmer. I really, really like shimmer on my lids themselves. I love it. I think it's the most, I think it makes it look just, it just brings the look all together. I'm going to put that right there. And I am going to go over that black with it because it'll make it look more blended whenever the finished product is done. And I'm not going like this. I'm just slightly tapping just to let it set in place. Put it in place, let it sit there. And the one thing you'll learn about me on this channel is I love shimmering. I love sparkles. I love it. And I'm just gonna take my blurring brush one more time, and I'm gonna blend up the harsh edges with my shimmer. And this is just trying to be, I'm trying to do like kind of a natural eye. I'm not trying to go too bizarre like I did yesterday with my red. Everyone at work loved my red. And that was just a spur of the moment. That was my first time ever using this palette. I only did swatches on it. It was the most beautiful palette. That red was just gorgeous. I loved it. I was in love. So that's my eyes. I'm not going to put on any dark eyeliner. I'm going to put on a brown eyeliner. I don't know what shade this is. It's just by the Color Workshop. It's this color right here. I love it. I'm going to go on my waterline. For some reason, I cannot see in this mirror today. And it looks black. I just realized it looks black, but like on camera it looks black, but in person it looks more brown. It's not really a black. Alright. Oh, I love it. Now I'm going to take my, what is this one? The liner smudge brush. This palette is the hardest palette to open. I have no nails, so it's really hard. And I'm going to take this brown right here. I'm going to go and I'm going to smoke it out. And when I put concealer on, because I do still want it to be a natural look, but to me, if you do not put eyeshadow on your bottom line and smoke it out, it's like going a day without mascara. It does not feel complete since I started doing it. So I always do it. And since it is a natural look, I am going to put concealer over it and my baking powder over it, or my loose powder over it. So it will like let it dense down, but you will still be able to see the smokiness. Oh my gosh, and my eyes look so pretty with this. Like, oh, I love it. Now I'm going to go on with my foundation. Of course, I'm just going to take my Super Stay today. I'm going to wet my beauty sponge with some purified water. And the only reason I'm doing it like this is because I totally forgot to go wet it before this video. So I did get it pretty wet. So I'm gonna kind of fan it out a little bit. I'm gonna use this towel right here and dry it off. Dry off my hand. Oh, it has my puppy hair all over it. Alright. So now I'm gonna put the lid back on that water bottle. And I'm gonna take my argan oil. Of course, I never not do this, honestly. And A, it's because I always use matte foundations, and if I get it too matte, then it looks like trash. So I always try and put argan oil in it, even if it isn't, if it's a dewy foundation, I'm not gonna put oil in it, duh. But this foundation is just so intense. I love it. And it's just so full coverage. Like, everything is covered. It's like I'm just painting. It's like I'm an artist. I love it. I love that feeling that you get, like when you're doing your makeup and you just kind of just feel good about yourself because you turn into a different person. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're being fake on who you really are. It's really not. It gives me like a thrill whenever I get done with my makeup and it looks amazing, and people can look at me and say, oh my god, that's you in that picture. Yeah, that's me without makeup. I look wholly different. And a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, you are very beautiful without makeup. But I mean, as a child, I was bullied a lot. I'm a very big girl. I have very thick hips. I have a very thick torso. I'm a very big girl. I'm a heavy set girl. And I was always teased. I have never been teeny tiny. Never. The least I have weighed in my teen years is 130. And a lot of people used to make fun of that. And so makeup was my escape. Because when I hit 8th grade, I started doing my makeup and nobody noticed my body. Nobody noticed that I had big hips. And like in high school, if you don't have big hips, you ain't nothing. Okay? Especially down south. Well, where I'm from anyways. Nobody cares if you got a thin torso or you got some muscles. It doesn't matter. If you got a booty, you got it all. Alright? But in middle school, I started doing, or 8th grade, I started doing my makeup. And it was the kind of makeup where you do like a real thick black line on your on your waterline, and then you do a real thick eyeliner on top with white eyeshadow. That was the thing back then. And so I always did that, and nobody noticed that I wasn't pretty as myself. And now that I get older, I'm like, and people are like, oh my gosh, you look so ugly. I'm like, I know I'm pretty. I look just like my mom. And I started thinking one day, after I moved out when I was 17. I started thinking to myself, I was like, well, you know, why? Because I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she was like, oh my gosh, Lacey, you're so pretty. Because I called her and I was just bawling because someone had called me ugly at work. Don't know who he was. He just walked in. He was like, you look pretty with makeup on. And so I kind of got upset. And I called my mom. I was like, Mom, this is what he told me. Oh my god. And she goes, you know what? you're beautiful. And I was like, no, Mom, you're beautiful. And I started sitting there, and I looked just like my mama. Just like her. If you saw my mama, you'd be like, that's Lacey's mama. And I was sitting there, and after I got off the phone with her, and I was like, if I think she's pretty, then I'm pretty. And Ricky, which is my fiance, he was like, well, you are pretty, you're always beautiful. And so I kind of just died down on that.
Who said that?
Huh?
Who said that?
Said what?
You're always pretty and you're always beautiful.
You.
You better not be lying to me.
No, I was talking about you.
I'm scared I was gonna have to do something to somebody.
He's a big teddy bear. And don't forget to set your neck, obviously, or else it's gonna be like, ooh. Alright, so now that my base is done, I am going to do just a tiny bit of contour or bronzer. I have so much foundation built up in my hair alone. Hey, can you hand me a hair towel? On the dresser. Okay, so now that I feel a lot better about my hair,
You're almost done.
yes, dear.
Well, Ashley did ask me. She said you're taking forever, bro.
I'm not going to do blush today because I don't really want it. So now I'm going to curl my lashes. Can you see if my blue jean shorts are in the drawer?
As soon as you get done with your makeup tutorial. And now for the lips, which is the last thing I'm going to do today. I'm going to go in with my, I think it's Maybelline.
It is Maybelline Hot Pink Matte, or Honey Pink, sorry. And that's it, guys. I'm done. Thank y'all so much for watching. I know this was kind of a boring one because I didn't really go all glam, but I promise tomorrow I'm going to do a very glam look and I'm going to show y'all every little detail. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.